All right. First and foremost, we're going to face east. We're going to give our praise, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. And double unto the Apostle Edison and Jim Miss. Citation to you, brother, which word was true and sincere for corners. We Jim Miss, Mississippi Camp. And tonight, the lesson, we're going to start up. Basically, we're going to go in like the eyes on Edom. All right? And who's in control of this world? The Edomites. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And you look at the dollar bill. Who face on the dollar bill? Who pushed this bullshit all over the world? The Edomites are. So the faces, the Lord eyes on the Edomites, man. I'm gonna let the brother take over.
I think because no matter what Esau try to do, at the end of the day, the Lord already understand. The Lord already got, he got him set up. You know, he got him set up to lose, man. So at the end of the day, Esau can only do what Esau is allowed to do. You know, so brother, open up with that, brother.
This is Amos chapter 9, verse 8, KJV. Behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh.
So we know this is in today's time, and this is America, man. You know, so how about Yahushua? He sees everything, and scripture goes into how his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And nothing can be healed. I mean, it's like nothing can be hidden from Yahweh Yahushua. You know how he's breaking this place down. Ultimately, it's because of the wickedness that's in this place, man. And it's how this man is running this society. Everything that he's done to the nation of Israel. Ultimately, the people, how the earth is given in his hands, and shit, he's just a bad representative, you know. So, the shot.
This is Amos 9 and 8 in the NET. It says, "Look, the sovereign Lord Yahweh is watching the sinful nation, and I will destroy it from the face of the earth. I will destroy it from the face of the earth, but I will not completely destroy the family of Jacob, says the Lord."
Yeah, because the Lord got an elect, which goes into what the 1/3 that's gonna come up out of this place, man. You know, so at the end of the day, hey, the Lord, that grateful cluster, the Lord preserving the righteous, but he also beholding the evil as well, man. You know, which is first and foremost the devil, I mean the father of it, which is Esau. You gotta go.
Proverbs 15, verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and good.
So beholding the evil and good. So the Lord, and that's that balance. And the Lord knows that ultimately who's his. You know? He knows who's doing his will, who ain't. You know, who's the opposing side, and who's for team righteousness, man. You know? That's more than.
No, that's it.
Okay, so ultimately, hey, how about Yahushua? Even though, see, ultimately this man, he was set up to what? To be the wicked at the end of the day. So, hey, though he sought even repentance with tears, hey, he cannot do it. Because at the end of the day, the Lord got this man set up just to be the wicked, the whooping stick of our people. So he can be put away at the end of the day, because ultimately we're gonna be made righteous. But Esau at the end, he's being brought forth, and his nakedness is being shown. You know, all the shit that he's trying to hide, put away, like he's just been this good vessel in the earth. You know, like he's just innocent. You know, like ultimately, because he want to share in the blessing. He wants the blessing back. But hey, it's over with, because hey, ultimately, how about Yahushua had it to when this man gave it away, because it was already set forth in the spirit that it belonged to Jacob in the first place. But
I want to add, you know, this man, he's been seasoned. Just like what's it called? The time of Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened?
Yeah.
The Lord sent his eyes. And what was those eyes? Some angels. You know? He saw, he peeped, he said, hey, go peep game and see what's in there. I didn't heard a nasty report. I heard a bad report of this place. So what? They went to go see. And they saw what? It was all wickedness. All wickedness, lewdness. You know? But for just Lot. You know? And then he said, all right, this is going to happen. This place got to go. And it's the same thing is being done in this kingdom. What? There's nothing new under the sun. The Lord has his angels, not only that, but his prophets, you know, scoping out this place saying, hey, wickedness. And this is the report. Because what? The prophets, his men, not only his prophets, but his people are praying, saying, Lord, deliver us from this wicked place.
And we're testifying against it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the account in Genesis chapter 25, starting at verse 29. And Jacob saw pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. Verse 30. Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with the same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore his name became Edom. And Jacob said, sell. Verse 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. What profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob.
So Esau really wasn't easy. He was spiritually inclined. That's the spirit. Yeah. So it was like, what is this gonna do for me? Like he couldn't see the far off of his, of that blessing. Yeah, he wanted that. He was impatient. So, but at the end of the day, it was all set up for Jake to have it all, man. It's because this temporary kingdom, this is Esau, this is his blessing. You know? But, at the end of the day, say by thy sword should I live, you know? And you had a fatness to do with heaven. But ultimately you're gonna serve your brother. You know? You got it.
Back in Genesis 25, verse 32, and Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die, and what profit shall this birthright do to me? And Jacob said, swear to me this day, and he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did eat, drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
See, even going into that blessing, that was Esau despising the Lord. Because, they were like the brothers I was going to, you can't shit on the Lord. That was Esau's, that was his way of shitting on the Lord. Like, he wasn't appreciative. He was unappreciative, man. He was ungrateful as fuck. So, at the end of the day, it cost him what? It cost him everything. Man. Yeah, you got it.
They got a book in the prove that the birthright was always set up in the spirit for Jacob anyway. In Exodus 4:22, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said the Lord, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
So, the Lord chose us first anyway. We the firstborn, man. You know? At the end of the day, and then here it is, your firstborn, that's who get the blessing anyway. Those heirs to the promise, man. You know? So at the end of the day, how about Shimon Shah had already pre-aligned for this man to go off by giving up what was beautiful. You know? An everlasting kingdom, he gave it up. For what? A decaying society, you know, a place that chose not the Lord. For what? And put up other things or other so-called, false gods over Yahweh Shah.
So now this nigga want to build his own blessing.
Yep.
Through technology.
Yep. False
blessing. Yeah. Through Google, Elon Musk.
Yep.
Bill Gates. Now he want to build up his own blessing, man. Because see, Esau don't want to deal with the responsibilities of righteousness. See, he want immortality, but he don't want to deal with the Lord discipline, man. You know?
You want to be careless.
Yeah, just like the spirit of the nigga woman. She wants the perks of having a husband, but she don't want to deal with that discipline and responsibility of being a wife. And that's how Esau was. He wants the perks of eternal life, okay, and blessings, but he don't want to deal with the righteousness that come with it. You know, so that's why he like, look, I'm gonna just do my own thing. Just like the nigga woman, I'm gonna do my own thing. You know? So yeah, so just so when you look at the mindset of Esau and that birthright, that's how you know the serpent and Eve, you know, had a pact going back to the garden. Yeah, because they pretty much
Careless.
yeah, they have the same mindset. They got the same purpose. They can't be held accountable. You know, that's how you know that the serpent and Eve, they link back up to date, man. You know, you got
The scripture goes to how how children rule over us and shit.
Yep.
Like, so here it is. I mean, we know Esau was he moving like a child. You know, shit. He ain't again that he not about responsibility, man. He not about caring for me. He's just fucking careless, man.
Like, it the same way, though.
Yeah.
She careless, too. Same fucking way. She don't give a damn about nothing. Look, she do what she want. Fuck everybody else. Right now. Fuck everybody else now.
It's Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors. A woman rule over them. O my people, they which led thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path.
Yeah, see them dude that was hand in hand. You know? But yeah, hey, even in that same precept, hey, how the Lord come, he put them in that same precept. Hey, children are our oppressors, and the woman lead us astray. Esau set this woman up, and he divided, and that's how he ultimately conquered, man. That's how he conquered our nation, man, through that division. Because hey, the woman threw the house down, man. Esau removed the strong man, so he came in, and he divided and conquered. So ultimately, with that, he still touched the apple of the Lord's eye. See, because that's still the Lord's nation. You know, but at the end of the day, and then not only that, he sent all kind of pollutants. Going into like how this is not our rest also. The Micah 2 and 9. Michael 2 and 9. And 10, hey, how this ain't our rest, but we gotta bear this because ultimately it started with us. You know, transgressing the Lord's ways, man. Yeah, hey, ultimately, hey, at the end of the day, hey, we gotta suffer what we gotta suffer. But hey, Esau, he got heels, man. You know, again, that vessel fitted for destruction, man. Because the scripture goes to how the wicked was created for the day of evil. The brother want to get that. Though he saw it with tears, brother want to get that. They're going into that also that selling of that blessing.
I got some also back in this is Zechariah 5, and it's about the chariot. Watching the one who stuff back playing really. But Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying robe. And it said to me, what it says thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. And it's describing the chariot. Verse 3. Then said to me, this is the curse that go forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth should be cut off, as the one on this side, according to it. Everyone that swears should be cut off, as on that side, according to it. Basically, like who got our people from not our homeland, from Africa. So it's the Edomite. You stole some people and brought them over here. Guess what? And that's why you see them chariots. I know we ain't seen them in the wild though, but the chariots, everywhere. They up there. So they watching. They watching this wicked ass place.
You see him all the time.
Yeah. Let me see. I mean, you can.
Yeah, close.
I know we got them. Family kind of like 35.
You can see it be ones and
I
twos.
can't see nothing.
It took them to.
Yeah.
When then it says, you know, they steal it on this side, they kill it on this side because they're talking about the scrolls. Because, you know, you had the scrolls and they were written on the inside of the scrolls and on the back. So the scrolls represent the scriptures. So when you go through all the scriptures, it accused Esau of stealing and being a murderer, man. So the chariot gonna come and execute that judgment, okay, on the thief and the murderer, which is Esau either. And Yahweh Shai is gonna be in the forefront of that. You know?
Hey, verse 4. I would bring it forth, say Yahweh shall host, and they shall enter the house of the thieves, and to the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stone thereof.
They say he swear by his name because Esau, he pushed the biggest false doctrine when it came to the Bible. You know, this modern Christianity, you know, they're swearing falsely by the Lord's name, his authority. Because the Bible represents the Lord's authority. Okay? So this nigga has sworn, he has everybody confused. Elder Nakazakba made a statement a few years ago that always stuck with me. He said, Christianity is the reason that nobody understands the Bible. You know? And that's a doctrine that's been pushed out by who? Esau. Okay? He's put billions into the doctrine of Christianity. I read something the other day, it said the Mormons worth like $170 billion. You know? And they just false, it's a false doctrine. You know? You go into how much the Roman Catholic Church, which is the mother of all these Christian what you call them, different chapters of Christianity.
Denominations.
Yeah, denomination, yeah. So that's why the false prophet of Revelation goes back to the Roman Catholic Church, because that's the biggest misinterpretation of the Bible. It goes back to Roman Catholicism, okay, which is the mother of all these other denominations of Christianity. See?
It's something you said earlier, like he want to make his own blessing. Like he's always making a counterfeit of something.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
he counterfeited the scripture. He counterfeited the people.
Yep.
He's counterfeiting the blessing.
Yep.
You know, yeah, the scripture even call him counterfeit.
Yeah.
You know, this man is he's out there. That's all he's what, the accuser of our brother, the liar, the father of lies.
Yeah, no truth in it.
There's no truth in this nigga.
Next man.
Yeah, he saw like what you call a store brand. You know, like with their best choice.
Great
value.
value.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, starting at verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place for repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
So, hey, no matter what, hey, Esau was out there. You know, the blessing wasn't his. You know, even though he would inherit the kingdom, it was stripped from him through his actions of what? Impatience. Basically, he wanted to that. He wanted to serve his own belly also, man, because that hunger that the Lord put on him. If you think about it, it was for him to fulfill the lot for the children of Israel. You know, for us to come in and be those again, for us to come in and be those first choices, man. You know.
And I'm saying too. And another thing, he's so damn disobedient. When his father told him, "Don't go into the Canaanites." What did he go do?
Two of them.
One, I need two.
Hey,
But that's another thing he did listen. He said, I gotta go do this, and he did what he wanted to do.
So, bro, get that.
This is book of Romans chapter 9, verse 11. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good nor evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that had called it.
So ultimately, this is how about Shimon Shine's plan. This is moving. He moved pieces how he moved. You know, and the pieces he moved with Jacob and Esau. How he loved Jacob and he despised Esau, man. So he had Esau moving in the way that they're gonna call despising, you know, or it was already written, you know, and Jacob, again, being the first voice. Read that again, Baba Shop.
I read down and I get that count. This is verse 11 again. It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good nor evil.
Again, going to their predestination. You know, the Lord, because the Lord knew us already anyway. You know, being those first fruits. You know, you got it.
That the purpose.
When did the first fruits come on scene?
In the time of Yahushua, when he was first created, Yahushua, we was giving them to Yahushua to help create the, you know, great creation.
So that's what that family go back to. So this is way before we saw Solomon.
They want real did they? That the purpose of the Most High according to the election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, and Esau have I hated.
It said the purpose of the election might stand. Hey, they're going into that. That's the fulfillment of our lot, man. You know? Hey, man, because at the end of the day, we're gonna fulfill what the Lord said. You know, again, being those the main characters of the movie. You know? The main characters of it's called the elect. Bro, I was listening to a video that you were going into. Was it? No, that was the other one, Dr. Sabah. Listen to the video. He was just going into house. You got people that just play the back scene, you know? Yeah. So ultimately, it's us. Like Lord willing, if we those characters. Hey, it started with us anyway, and it ends with us. You know. You got it.
This is Genesis chapter 25, starting in verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord Yahweh for his wife because she was barren. And the Lord Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. The children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh. Verse 23. And the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And
these 2 nations are the centerpiece of all prophecy. Like you said, these heathens, they're just extras in the movie. You know? But the main centerpiece, the main stage of prophecy is always centered around Jacob and Esau. Okay? That's why you look at what's going on now, this devil, you gotta think about it. This nigga that trillions, gazillions of goddamn dollars, man. Okay? But what is his main focus still? What is his main focus? Okay?
Keep it is hidden.
The tribes, man. That's his main. This is what has this nigga losing sleep. This has him losing sleep way worse than China's economy, than Iran's ballistic missiles. Okay, the Russia's hypersonic missile. What got this nigga up losing sleep? You see, the tribes up on their feet called them to their power.
But thou art rich.
Yep.
Just make a whole small head. Who the world always trying to be like? It's always they trying to be like Esau or Jake. You know, 2 centerpieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this too. Not only these wild now, these niggas, everybody else, they're all about the Israelites. But the truth is killing everybody. It's really killing everybody, and especially our people. They make all these dumbass AI to down to talk shit about them, but guess what? You're demonized, but guess what? Hey, it ain't just the elites, but man, but this truly killing everybody, man.
Like in 2 verse 23 again, it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 different people. Yep, 2 manner of people like yep. Going into that other, the righteous and the wicked, man. Yep. Brother can hold that Revelation 3 and 9 about the shot.
The one people shall be stronger than the other people,
That's Jake. Jake's stronger than Esau, man. You got it.
and the elder shall serve the younger.
Esau gonna serve Jake. You know, that fulfills prophecy. You know, because Esau got a decent dude. You know, of course we had to come into this man's hands. You know, but ultimately everything gonna be reversed. The Lord's gonna return again our captivity. He gonna put this man under us. You know,
Smart. We had to learn. We had to learn what wickedness is because to learn not to do it. That's like because we had it at first and we didn't appreciate it. And I had a thought like it's like you already having that power, that spiritual power, right? And you pin your hand in fire and stuff. You just laugh at that because you don't know it burns. You don't know it burns. But now that you're in flesh, you know that it burns, and you will always hate. You will always be careful of it. So what? We will always be careful of wickedness.
That reminds me of some point I always go into. Well, I was thinking about it today when I was having a conversation with somebody. I was saying, what separates, different bosses? And he's like, what you mean? I said, would you rather have a boss who know the job, who's seen both sides, and knows how to know that discernment, how to make the better judgment, or would you want a boss who would just give it, the title, or just give it the position? And ultimately, they want to go back to. This nigga over everything, he don't know that. Ultimately, that goes back to we had to fall, we had to go through all this because guess what? It more certifies us to be those righteous rulers. Our righteous
that type of boss will be like, just do it. And you need more time, but the one that climbed his way up, he understand, get that done. I'm gonna wait here until you give. I'm gonna wait for you to get that done. Because they know, the intricate parts of it. Like, all right, this gonna take some time. He gonna need to go up there. She gonna need to do this.
Like I say, because it was the experience that made him the boss. He got built it up.
Yep. And how righteous are we in that number? For 1,000 years, how we gonna be on this nigga's ass and we don't keep doing what we doing? You know what I'm saying? So it all goes back to, why we had to fall and why we had to be here. I'm going to go ahead and read it. Verse 24, it says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. The first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. And after that came out his brother, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
And they said he was red because his blood shone through his skin. They said he was red like a hairy garment. So he wasn't hairy, but a hairy garment there is liking him into a garment that's been dyed red. But the garment, John the Baptist, not John the Baptist, Elijah and John the Baptist had that garment made of camel. So basically, if you had a garment that was dyed red, that's what Esau looked like as a baby. When you look at these Edomites now, they look like they look red.
I seen one today, y'all.
Work come out red and red.
You got to think about it. Just look at the child, even my child come out of the womb. They crying, they frustrated, they covering blood, just look all red. Transparent. You check them out. Look, that was, we was in the east at that time, so it's hot, the sun. You seen how you seen Edomites in the sun?
Snap shit out.
You gonna have that red handprint.
It's gonna stick there for a minute too. Unless you get the term right.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie.
Yep. Hey, it's going back into them wanting to be us again, you know? Going back into that blessings that they gave up, but they want that false sense of like they the chosen still. Okay?
But do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
So the Lord, said, He gonna make them to come worship us. Man, to know that, hey, we were those, man. We were those chosen.
And it's going into those wicked, wicked niggas. The wicked niggas back then too. Because them niggas, they gonna have to reverence, the first fruit. Because them niggas always get the first fruit hell. Just like today, that's why you see you even wilding out with these doctrines. You're saying wicked niggas back and always gave, the righteous leadership, the prophets here, Moses, Joshua, King David. See, they always gave righteous, leadership here, and the prophets. The niggas is best, but the niggas they gonna have to reverence us too. Yeah, we that number in the kingdom, small head. Everybody gonna reverence the first fruit, but because even when you go to the tail, we the tip of that tail in this society. The first fruit, like you said, we have to be last, like we really last. Like if we had to put everything on the scale, the social status, the first fruit are dead last. The least appreciated, the least respected, but expected to do every goddamn thing.
No children.
Yeah. But the Lord put us in that position to refine us, man. So we don't appreciate that status and we don't know how to wield that power with balance. But Esau, he's just a live demonstration. Like Priest a lot was saying earlier, what not to be. You're getting a live, like you watch those videos. The Fort Mill, safety video.
And it's for everybody. They ain't trying to come to worship Yahweh Shah. Luke 19:27. But those my enemies, which not that I should reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. So that's what happened to you. You wicked ass niggas, hey, you nations, whatever. Guess what? You know, the Lord reign over you. Guess what? Off with your motherfucking head. That's that guy gonna be. But I think gonna be right. But you gonna have some of them gonna try to rebel, especially folks get to the they gonna rebel. Guess what? Off with the head.
You're this the one. This is the one I wanted right here.
This is Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulations and poverty.
The Lord know our condition. He put us in a condition. You got it.
But thou art rich, and I know the blasphemy, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So they're the synagogue of Satan. But the Lord said He knows our poverty, and He said we are rich. Hey, we got everything coming to us. We already won in the spirit. We those future elites. Lord willing, those joint heirs of Yahweh. Hey, the world, what that is, that Brightburn take the world. Hey, so shit, hey, it's already ours, man. So, and this is what our mindset should really just be. Like, this is already ours. Man. But at the same time, we again, like the brother said, hey, we the tip of that tail, we got to take the low. We take the low, we take it. Chin up. But at the end of the day, Lord, when we be part of the elect, and Yahweh Shai, we get that magnification where the world can see. That graduation point, man. That crowning, we get it, man. Then they should know that a prophet was among them. hey, if we understand that, hey, anything that's worth having,
Same chapter 25.
anything worth having, hey, it ain't process to get it. It got it. It's worth going. You know, even what we're going through, it got to be worth going through.
But Jacob was willing to wrestle for the blessing.
Come on, yep.
You see, Esau, he just gave up.
Yep. Yep.
No fight.
What they played it.
Yeah, this is.
Late.
You want to say Jacob? He went to the sun.
They could play walk out.
Right.
They ain't that blessed.
Damn.
Like you mad at Trump, really you mad at Esau.
Yeah.
He was really fucked y'all over.
Right.
He fucked y'all over.
Man.
That nigga had soup dripping in his beard. He walked out. Yeah.
You know, this some shit you feel bad out of it. Esau didn't give a fuck.
What I forgot what he was doing. Nigga sold everything. He a loser, man. Esau is the biggest sellout, and he's the biggest loser, man. But it was always set up for that nigga to be a failure. Even with this new world order, this gonna be an epic failure. You know, like you gotta think about what this devil is trying to pull off with this new world order. He trying to be the most high.
Good.
Nigga, you know that's set up for failure for you to try that. Think about it. But people don't even think about what this nigga is actually trying to do. This nigga is trying to be the most high, okay, through goddamn a microchip.
Artificial technology.
This nigga,
Artificial.
nigga, that's terrible. Yeah. Nigga, that's a terrible idea. Think about it. If this nigga data center, these big ass data centers is the size of little rooms. If these motherfuckers is overheated, this nigga trying to put that in your head. Think about it. He's trying to make you an extension of that. So what you think gonna happen when this man try that, man?
He gonna be buffing on
Yeah.
fire. What's that me
That's
conversation?
crazy, man.
What's that movie, Kingsman, bro?
He said,
I put them chips in people, bro, and all their head blew off.
Yeah, bro.
I heard to back you up. This is Job chapter 20, verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh Shema shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
Ultimately, it's gonna go into them loose. See, because Yahweh Shema got the judgment set for this man. This man, he's not gonna get that global dominion that he thinking he gonna get. Man. You know, his balance already set. He can only go so far. Hey, the Lord, our scripture say days are numbered. You know, so you could be at the edge of, you know, finna fulfill or whatnot. But hey, the Lord, man, no, man.
It's like you playing a game, you had to find a bar where everything just cut off.
Yep.
Oh,
Everything did.
That's how you make it.
Yeah, hey, that's what the Lord finna do this man. See, the thing about it is, see these elites already, and this is how you already know they know, but it's the pride of their own hearts that deceive them. Yeah, he hardened, like Pharaoh.
It's like all the nigga what he's doing is stupid. This is knowing what this man is trying to pull off. Because think about it, okay, you get everybody to see him. It means you gotta see him everybody that's being born. You gotta try to keep up with every animal when it's being born. Mm-hmm. Like it's a very insufficient way of trying to be the most high. It's extremely insufficient what he's trying to do, but he make it seem like he don't know better. All right?
With the harp and all this shit.
Yeah. This nigga can't control everything, man. He capping. The movies look good, but this nigga is lying, man. And then he don't know what the hell this shit finna do. This is a spirit. He's experimenting real time.
Yes.
Yeah. This nigga is experimenting real time, man. He don't know what this shit finna do, man. You know?
What's that thing? Ultimately, hey, this nigga born to his experience, man. Hey, this it's like the earth is this nigga science lab, you know. So they mad scientists, what the nigga do? He always cutting on shit,
killing shit.
killing shit,
Who it is?
until he mixed the wrong damn chemical and just take himself out. You know, goddamn, yeah. So, hey, but this nigga ultimately, hey, he gonna be the you call it that pinnacle of doom. You know, he gonna be that wrong chemical that's mixed. You know, which gonna go into how the animals split. Right? You know, he gonna have to, yeah. How the Lord created these Smiths, ultimately all this shit fall back on them. You know, he used him to bring his own demise.
I got something, but I remember what I wanted to say. That's why he demonized I don't know what to call it, but some just call it country living. That's why he demonized country living, because he want everybody to be off grid, everybody to be boxed in, so it'd be easy for him to jab people up. You know,
He wants to depend on the system. So when you're off grid, you have your garden is your grocery store. You know what you harvest from the rainwater, it's your water. So you have your own system of place, and that's what we did. How we were going into the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Incas. Like they had a lot of their own systems. But Esau traded. He took the real resources, and he wants us to depend on him providing us the resources versus us having the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to how to have our own resources the natural way.
but you can't be the most high. You got about 53 people, or just gone, off on the wilderness, off grid. You know, this is why I had got this Psalm chapter 73 verse 8. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou casted them down into destruction. Them they building this thing up, thinking they're gonna get what they desire. Now they in slippery places. They're unstable. All this is unstable. Like you said, they guessing. That's slippery. That's slippery. You doing something on a guess? It's gonna turn out bad. Yeah.
He set up a failure. And the most high allowed him to accept the technology. To be able to, what they call it, gene splicing. So he's able to do particular things that no other heathen has ever done. He's able to make his idol talk. Matter of fact, you got the answer to his idol. So he has made it to where his idol is starting to govern the earth. To have his idol has artificial intelligence. His idol can move. His idol can fire you. His idol can do accounting. You see, people are looking to his idol for. They got an AI Jesus. They got an AI Jesus. People can consult the AI Jesus.
I was gonna say something like that. I ain't know about that. I was gonna say, but cause like everybody goes to who? AI. Usually they used to go to the councils, go to the ancient world, go to the elders, the councils, and the elders will go to how much shot. Now they just go to the AI. Who's over AI and Esau?
Even before the ancient world. Yeah, but from this shit new. It's like a generation ago. People had conversation. People talk. Yeah. Children outside all day. Yeah. People in tune with nature. Men was being raised to be men. Women was being raised to be women. It's this generation is a generation of technology. Okay, this is a generation social media raised. Yeah. Before then, you had more human interaction. You see, you go back even to the 90s on back, man, you had way more human interaction. You see, but this era here, okay, of the social engineering through social media, this is the synthetic society to where human interaction is awkward. Because this devil, you gotta think, say the inward thought is deep. So he knows psychology, man. Like he's been rewiring people's neural system for a while. This is the results of it. Okay? So people are already been prepped to be merged with the sheep. Because they already won with their technology now. They already won with their phone. What's the first thing, the last thing people do? The first thing they do when they wake up, phone. Last thing they do, phone. You know? The Edomite was breaking it down. He said they started really tampering with people's neural system with the pages. Because it kept you, all right, because that was the notification, the pages. The pages. People was always with every page every now and then. You know? Then it went to the cell phone. And then the cell phone went to the apps.
Social media.
Yeah, with all the notifications. And it was all, you know, meant to destroy, all right, your neurological system. To break your neurological system down, man. See, this man is trying to rewire what it means to be human. Okay? He saw it with some whole other shit.
Then he's regulate. Hey, you remember it's time to eat. Hey, it's time to go for that job.
Yep.
Get in your car and ask you, are you going here?
You know, my route. I mean, one time, I had looked up the go on the map, right? It gave me the exact walking distance. I know.
Turn your steps.
That's why I stopped wearing that. I know the brother Yashamun. He said the same thing when it came to the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch can take like your heartbeat, your pulse.
The phone do too, bro.
Yeah.
It does too. I hate yeah. So guess what? Some pocket, bro. I know how many steps. I mean, it does it like I put in my pocket. It does it. So
you get on Lyft, it already knows where you about to go. Are you going to work? Or you going here now? It ain't no work. I know exactly where you going.
yeah, soon wake up, start my car, go to work. They know exactly where I'm going. They just know. So
Y'all aggravated.
so yeah.
That's how the AI learn. That's why, see, the technology, that's why Esau made technology so acceptable. Why do you think you can always go get a free phone?
Yeah.
You can always go get a free phone because it's military technology. All this technology, on this one phone, you got about 3 or 4 military contracts on this one phone. It's one contract for the microphone, it's another contract for the camera, it's another contract for the screen, it's another contract for the chip, for the battery, you know? These are all military contracts. This is military technology. And see, instead of saying it's military, they say it's Samsung. It's AT&T. Yeah. Because who do the communication for the military? AT&T. So this is all military technology we got, and this is all part of the digital, what they call DPI, which is digital public infrastructure that these devils are rolling out.
Because we in that spiritual war.
Yeah.
Because, hey, thing about this, hey, this devil, he's trying to overtake ultimately all the whole Israel, but the whole earth. You know, again, going back to him wanting to be like the Lord, Revelation 3:11. See, but because at the end of the day, but it's something that we know that what we gotta do. You know, by us knowing this, hey, see, because you can scream at Israel all day. You know, you can tell them what this devil planning, but if the Lord ain't open up their mind to receive it, I mean, you just gotta focus on, you know, those who are like mine.
If I make, you know, that's still out there because a lot of people try to call bullshit and what the call they're saying. The only difference, this is 100% true. The only difference between the technology we got right now and the technology that the military has is that they just came up with something a lot faster, more advanced. And after they come out with the next thing, you're going to get the old shit and they're going to get the new shit. And just continue and go that's just how they keep it going. So by the time you get it, the average, by the time you get it, the military has had it for at least 5 to 10 years already. That means they phased it out and they came up with something that can overpower what you got, and they got something that's a whole lot faster. And this is exactly, I'm telling you what I know for a fact, this is exactly how it goes. You won't get paid.
Because they gonna keep you on the same level with them.
No,
They ain't gonna do that.
Bro, they got hearing aids right now where they help kids try to hear. But the government has listening devices where they can listen inside walls. Like they can hear you breathing in the wall. You
Yeah.
talking about they can hear. I'll tell you what I know, and I'm talking about they can hear that from the building right there. And you can be down. They can, like this is stuff that's been tested. But they're just to back up what you know what I'm saying. Because a lot of people try to call bullshit on, but you don't know until you actually see that. And you see, it, you like, damn, but it ain't gonna be available. So there's no difference, isn't it? That's why you can always get it.
That's why we need help from a higher power.
Exactly.
You know, because we ain't got it. What? Jacob got worm, roughly paraphrasing. You know, we defenseless. This man just had the opportunity to build, while keeping us down in the hole. You know, that's why we need help from a higher power.
We weak. You know, this body, this flesh is weak, man. You know, we've been brought to a lower state.
You know, spiritual rehab. This is Revelation chapter 3. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast to which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
So we gotta hold on to what is truth. We gotta hold on to what the Lord has given us. You know, what the Lord has given us, because you understand, like every brother got their own measure. You know, but ultimately it's for the fulfillment of the 144 in the 1/3. You know, it's yeah. You quit.
Verse 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is in Jerusalem, which cometh down out of the heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
Here it is. Israel gonna be established as a power on the earth. Start with the 144,000 being the governing bodies. You know, and then the scripture say we're not gonna be removed anymore out of our seat either. You know, because once we established and the Lord created us that new mind, you know, hey, it's gonna be forever engrafted in us to be above all. You know, we're gonna constantly be that head continually, man. A kingdom without end, man. You know. Yep.
And like I said, in that new name, just refresh.
Yep.
Fresh.
It's refreshed in the earth.
Yeah.
The name was, you know, it's a time when the name wasn't being called upon.
Right, bro.
You know, but we already have the name.
Right.
IUIC try to use them to say that we don't have the name. No, we have the name. How can we call upon the name in distress if we don't have it? Okay, so we have the name. Okay? And through that name, we're going to be delivered. And through that name, we're going to reign forever. That name also goes back to authority. You see? Because the authority of Yahweh Shai is going to be refreshed in the earth. And we're going to rule under that authority, under that banner of Yahweh Shai. You know, and he that overcome this system. You know, we know what this devil's getting ready to do. Okay, and we know that we gotta resist, man. Even until death if need be. You see, and that's where the faith kick in there. You see, that's why the Lord got us tapped in. You know, because we come to a time where we're gonna have to make a hard stance against the devil, man. All right, at the cost of everything. That's why we already gotta be dead to this shit. Cars, houses, you know, maybe your family. You gotta be willing to put everything in the middle of the table and gamble it all on your house shot coming back with the victory. You know?
It was saying that Council Park put it on the video that I watched earlier. It says, do not get attached to the worldly things and its pursuits. Be in the world, but don't let the world be in you.
Yeah, so we going back to use the world and not abuse it. We do what we gotta do. Okay? You know, we got our obligations to meet. Okay? Like I said, we got, you know, a little shit, bills, kick your hang out there now and then, but shit, now things are tightening up. You know? And it's getting to the point to where, you know, outside the body, man, like it really ain't much happening, man. Because these people, These people in the world, you can trust them less today than you did yesterday. Because if they don't fear the Lord, you don't know what the fuck these people gonna do, man. What they own, because they in survival mode. You see, we rejoicing in the fall. These niggas going in survival mode. This bitch collapsing. Yeah, so yeah, great point. They rules different because they ain't governed by nothing. That's why I call it a beast system. It turns you into a beast to where you're governed by your lower nature. Okay, that's why society, everybody is governed by their lower nature. Okay, that's why critical thinking is at an all-time low. Okay, sincerity, compassion, all those things at an all-time low. The love of many what wax and cold. Because why? Everything is survival mode. You see, people are uncertain, desperate. So if they're not governed by the fear of how about Shem God, there's no telling what they're going to do. I trust less people every day. Every day, man. Trust less people because you gotta understand these people finna choose Satan. Even the people that's cool with you now, and they finna choose Satan. When Esau put this pressure on,
It's a demon time.
yeah, and it is your life against their life. They're gonna throw you to the wolves, man. You can see.
So we talk about, you ain't gonna get to see him, and they ain't gonna do that to you. Well, it's just like going to the gym. If you ain't been prepping that muscle, when it's time to use it, you do. You finish. If you not been prepping and having your faith in your how about Shem shot as Apostle Rumba was going into these times with that endurance, you're not gonna make it. It's easy to say what you're not gonna do when you say go home and eat. It's easy to say, I ain't gonna do that. But when you don't know when that next meal coming, and you just gonna move how the Lord tell you to move, and you ain't even used to listening to the Lord, you gonna fold.
When the pressure come upon you, yeah, you don't know what you're gonna do. We just pray that the Lord keep us. That's the thing. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're gonna need. We're gonna need to be kept in these times, man. Brother, can get into Revelation 13, 10, 3 and 10, 3 and 10. You read 3 and 10.
I want to add, Scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that time. And we've been given these words to learn to know we know what's coming. We know what's coming, so we got the opportunity to prepare our minds. It's something in Japanese samurai philosophy is called death meditation. It's like thinking about death to make yourself prepared for it. So when it happens, you don't flinch. So when everything happens, you don't flinch. You don't flinch when it happens. Ain't no hesitation.
And that's what the other bun always say. Stay ready. We always say, so you get ready. So.
It's a thing you practice like it's real. Because when it is real, if you don't, you dead.
We gotta be lucky, even though it be painful. We gotta be lucky that you have about Shem outside. Push you to the side and let you vinegar or make you remember where you at. You like, that's a damn weak ass body.
This is Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
He said, all the world. All the world. Ain't no escape. You can't fight Thailand, China, Japan, Korea, Africa. It's gonna come on all the world. Ain't gonna be no escape.
Because there's already an agreement. In 1992, this countries already had an agreement, that they was going to create a global system to where all the elite families had the resources. It was in 1992, and it was 179 countries that were signed on to it then. Okay, that's 23 years ago. So how many countries? Right? Because I think it's like 198 countries altogether, maybe 200. So you don't think in these last 23 years the other countries ain't on board?
Think about it.
Yeah, everybody with it, man.
They're gonna take it.
Yeah, and then how do you keep read that again? Revelation 3:10.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
Thou has kept the word of thy patience. What that mean? You know, what does that mean? I have kept the words of thy patience because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
You kept their obedience to the word.
You made that constant sacrifice. You bear that cross. You put him first every time. And that's even on the small things. Like what the Apostle Paul says, those that have wives, you know they have none. There's going to be some nights she ain't going to see you. You know, she there, but she ain't there. But we tapped in right now. We in the trenches. A soldier, a soldier's wife don't see her every day. She see him in passing. So we got to be like soldiers. So sometimes your family don't see you in passing. You're gonna miss a lot of family events. Okay? Your table, your seat gonna be empty a lot of times. You know, especially people we get into this thing, man. You know, so you keep it. Matter of fact, get that real quick in Luke 14 and 26. And you got, bro, I just want to go into this because you gotta understand this is conditioning daily. You see? Well, I say, well, we believe that these thrones at hand, you know, you ain't got time to lay up like that. We gotta get this work. You gotta be, because the only thing that's gonna matter is the favor of the Lord. But guess what? What's the shortest precept in the Bible? The shortest precept.
I'm gonna tell you, Jesus
Like 2
will.
words. Yeah, he wept. I was gonna say he wept. I wasn't gonna say it like that.
I was wept, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know how to say Jesus. I'm for you to say that, though.
And what else?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's another one. Remember Lot's wife. You see? Remember Lot's wife.
I knew that one, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Okay?
I know you got it. I didn't know.
Because it's a chance, guess what? Your woman can look back. You don't know. You gotta, just like the brother said, you gotta meditate on death. You gotta meditate on betrayal. What that look like? What betrayal look like? You gotta really meditate on that. You got so it ain't no shock. You see, when people be so disappointed because they be having these expectations. So how not to be disappointed? You don't have no expectations, but in nothing but this word, nothing but Yahweh shot. That's the only thing that's not gonna fail. Everything else has a chance of failing or buckling. You can be like, damn, I thought you would fold. You see? You be heartbroken. Nah, you gotta go ahead and break your heart now. Say, go ahead and break your heart now with this shit. But if you believe in how about Yahweh shot, this is light thing. This is light work. You can't lose no. When Yahweh shot coming back, what can we lose? Get that real quick in Luke 14. 26. Yeah.
This is Luke chapter 14, verse 26.
Yeah.
If any man come to me and hate his father and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brother and sisters, yeah, his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
Yeah, so you gotta learn to prioritize your house shine above all that, man. Okay, because what you gotta understand, this ain't for your father to get. He don't understand. Your mother don't understand. Your woman don't understand. Even if they believe in the truth, they're not men in the truth. They don't understand what got to be done. You see? It's for us to understand what needs to be done to do it. Okay? So you gotta really be in this mindset. If you can't, that's why how Shai intentionally said mother, father, wife. He intentionally said that because he understands as men, nobody gonna know what the first fruit have to do but the first fruit. Yo, this ain't for your woman to see. She just gotta follow. That's her test to follow you. We gotta follow Yahushua. You see? So brothers have to understand that keep the word back, keeping that word of his patience. It's a daily sacrifice. It's a daily sacrifice. We're gonna be absent. Or we're gonna be pouting. They come with it. Because if she pout now, what you think she gonna do when she can't eat? We ain't seen nothing.
Cried that.
When she can't eat, she gonna want you to go be a hero. On some corner shit. For real. Shit, for real. You gonna see. It's funny. But you gonna see. You gonna see what? You gonna see. She gonna want you to be a hero. What? Yeah. What did Lot's wife say? Curse the Most High and die. Job's wife said, curse the Most High and die. Okay. But she wasn't even, Job was the one catching hell.
And that's like about it. But you know what y'all said. But this is like expect to be good, not be bad too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and she had it all. So when you got it all, then you lose it. Then you come on. Oh, you didn't do this, you didn't do that. No.
And you think, and you, so let me ask you this. So who you think was more on point? Joe's wife or the women of today? Listen, you guys, laugh. But you guys, I'm telling you, for to meditate on this.
Yeah. Hey, Joe's wife, she realized that he was blessed.
Yeah,
You know?
so
She saw the blessing. She still
It had to be Joe's wife.
told him to curse the
It had to be Joe's wife.
She was in order until all that.
It had to be Job,
That's what I'm saying.
because she saw it all.
But that's what I'm saying though.
what I'm saying from a perspective of who Joe's wife didn't go through the trauma that these women have been through in America. So she's more of a pure woman.
Yeah.
So that don't even exist no more. A woman like Joe's wife, that type of woman don't even exist in this modern society. So you gotta put that in your mind. If she flipped, don't think that ain't no woman on earth possible not flipping.
I don't know them right. That's me though.
You gotta
Cause she flip like that, and them bitches ain't no good. The whole ain't no, they ain't good. I mean, but we got Ecclesiastes said. What we say in Ecclesiastes? Out of 1,000 men, I found one.
Yep.
And out of how many women we found? None. So guess what? None.
And you got brothers, you saying that for brothers to be in that mindset. Okay? Even women that's listening now, they don't understand what the fuck going on. You know? But it's for us men to understand. And the Lord gonna have mercy on whole families. It's gonna be whole families get delivered. But then it's gonna be families broken up. You can't go in with one, you can't go in thinking one way. Like we good. We don't know.
Balance.
You gotta go ahead. You gotta go ahead and meditate on this shit. So this shit don't be no big surprise. You know what? It can go this way. It can go this way. It can go that way. You know? You got it, bro. Yeah.
Luke, back in Luke 14, verse 227, it said, whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple.
If you're not worthy, you can't bear your cross. And that's that burden. But we all got different burdens. You gotta bear it. You know? So we have to understand that to get the salvation, the Lord gonna require sacrifice. Abraham was required sacrifice Isaac. You know? So we have to understand, we don't know what the sacrifice, our last sacrifice is going to be to get to the kingdom. It's going to be some, you can't put nothing off limits. That's what I'm saying. Don't think that this to the side. Like, nah, Most High gonna move you out the way. I want that. that little shit you guard, I want that. Put that on the altar. You know? Go ahead.
People say because what you don't sacrifice, it becomes
It comes to sacrifice. Yeah.
So what happened with Cain and Abel? You know, Abel brought the best that he had, and Cain brought the bullshit.
Yeah. They want to separate. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 28, it says, "For which of you, intending to build a tower, sitteth not down first and counter the cost, whether ye have sufficient to finish it."
Yeah, so you gotta count the cost of this thing. So like you said, if you actually building something, okay, you got a limited budget, okay, you just out there winging it, see you're not gonna have enough to finish. Okay, it's gonna be impossible for you to complete that project because you didn't count the resources needed. So now, in the truth, you gotta see, okay, are you willing to sacrifice everything? If you're not willing to sacrifice everything, you haven't counted the cost. Okay? So what did he say in Matthew 19?
What's up, James?
What's up, going on, man?
Right.
got that Mark,
You got Mark.
Mark 10 and 30.
Israelites.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. God said what? The kings of the land shall rise up through the hoop. He said what? The kings of the land shall rise up through the hoop. To the Israelite, right? So who are we? Israelites. That's right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this too, though. Like, we start learning, right? Before you, like we learn, right? Before you cross the line, prepare for yourself. And I'm telling the brothers that before you think you want to come to this side, hey, remember what you get yourself into, though. Because it's not nothing, I'm going to get in this. Oh, no, 2 months, I'm out. No. You pledge to Yahweh, guess what? You need to die by this truth. All right? Don't bring your ass across here and think, oh, I need to go back to work. No. You made a pact. You made a covenant with the Lord. So if you don't think you can deal with the shit about to come down, like you read in Matthew 5 about all the persecution about to come down on us. If you ain't about to come down, they on their side. All right? Because you got to really think about what's really about to happen. Like, they AI shit they using, and they can use that saying we said this, we saying that. It's coming. We already know. Persecution is coming for you, brothers. So before you cross your ass to the line, cross the line, remember, get ready. It's coming. So bug up, strap in, get ready. It's coming. Like the brother saying, family members gonna be pissed off at you. Friends, you're gonna lose friends. You're gonna lose jobs. That's part of it. But guess what? I rather lose everything in the world for the Lord's sake. You gotta think about it. All right?
I got something back here real quick. Bro. This is I typed in Google. It said, "What does count the cost mean biblically?" It says to count the cost in the Bible means to fully consider the sacrifices and challenges involved in following Yahweh for community. It involves making a serious, deliberate decision to give up worldly priorities like wealth, family status, or personal comfort if they conflict with your commitment to the Most High, and understanding that discipleship requires full surrender and willingness to bear difficulties.
What's the indicator that the Lord wants you to sacrifice them? When it becomes a hindrance to the truth.
Conflict.
When it becomes a conflict to the truth, that's the sacrifice. That's the Lord isolating and sacrificing. You know? He isolating, he's showing you this it. They keep coming up. You know, because the kingdom starts where? In here. So if it's something that's trying to dominate this, because you can't be productive if you occupy right here. If something got you hostage right here, all right? But what you treasure this with your heart, right? With your mind, you know? So the Lord show you what the sacrifice is, okay, by showing you, okay, this is becoming a hindrance now. Some things grow into a hindrance. And it's like, okay, it's time to cut this, you know? So we gotta be willing to sacrifice whatever it is. You know, ain't nothing that we won't sacrifice because guess what? Even going back to Isaac, why was Abraham willing to sacrifice Isaac?
Please the Lord.
To please the Lord, and because of what? He believed something.
He believed he was still fulfill his promise.
How could he fulfill the promise? Isaac was the promise. How could he fulfill the promise? He believed the Lord. Abraham believed that he could raise Isaac back up.
Oh, good. Of course. Oh, okay.
He wasn't tripping. Yep. Going back into Matthew 19, you read that. He believed he could raise Isaac back up. Who was Isaac? How was Shai? Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee.
Hey, we have forsaken all and followed thee. Okay? You go into the first forsaken, it goes to abandon, certain obligations. But there's certain things, some things we trim back, but some things the Lord will call us to cut out. Some things we cut back on, some things the Lord wants us to cut out completely. Go ahead.
What shall we have therefore?
What shall we have therefore? Go ahead.
And Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory.
And see, even then, they had to believe that they was going to come back. See, you got to believe in the resurrection. See, once you believe in the resurrection, then you can't lose. Yeah. If you believe in the resurrection, even if you die, even if people around you die, they can come back. The Lord gonna bring them back. See, so when you believe in the resurrection, then you don't think about my mama, my auntie, my family, even
In the spirit.
yeah.
And Lord had me thinking that on the way down, like, you know what? Hey, they coming back because I listened to a brother talking about that fire, Like, you know what? You get your mind jump for nah, you know what? Yep, the Lord control all spirits. Father's spirits. Everybody, at the end of the day, all Israel gonna be good.
Yep. And that's the comfort. But see, to believe all Israel is saved, you gotta believe in the resurrection. The regeneration, they can come back.
Even those who died in house shot,
Yeah.
they're gonna be first risen.
Like I said, it's gonna be household, it's gonna be saved. Then there's some brother, they just got a rental family. For the moment. You see? But going into this is what Yahushua is saying, go ahead.
Ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Hey, you that have followed me, because that's a different sacrifice than the first fruit guy. See, our sacrifice is completely different than everybody else, even other Israelites that believe. If we're the first fruit, our sacrifice is different. You see? That's why I say, ye that followed me. Because there were certain people that Yahushua healed. He said, look, go back. And he allowed everybody to follow. He healed them, but he couldn't follow Yahushua.
Don't tell nobody that what he's done. After they healing.
Yeah. So if you follow Yahushua, that means that's comes with a lot of responsibility. That means he expects a lot. It means he expects a lot. If he's giving you a talent, he coming back expecting no return. If he's giving you a talent or ability, when he come back, he's expecting some type of return. Go ahead.
And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or mother, or father, or wife, or children.
That's the list. That's the count the cost. We talk about counting the cost. This is Yahushua. He's intentionally naming these things. Start back at the top.
Verse 29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren.
Houses. You look at your house. Don't be in love with no goddamn house. It's your temple. What's the house? Well, yeah. It's your temple. Like these jakes showing their houses, talking about this my life. That's how YouTube, you know what I'm saying? The nigga love their life right now. See, when you really, when the scriptures say they hated their life to death, man. You know? Go ahead.
Or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an hundredfold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
So you gotta be willing to forsake these things. Why? Because you just told me all that. You'll be a hundredfold. If we finish, if we overcome just like we just talked about, we're gonna get that a hundredfold. The Lord can give you the same exact experience back. You know? Then some. And see, we finna get everything in righteousness, man. And then you gotta trust in the Lord's plan. Okay? But like I say, if you think in a certain way, like it's gonna go this way, and then it don't go this way, you'll be offended. If your mind set on something going a certain way and it don't go that way, you're gonna be offended. Yeah.
What's that scripture? Hope not deferred.
Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Hope deferred makes the heart sick.
Yep. So you just gotta accept what it is, and then you got to know what it is. Hundredfold. So I'm gonna get everything back a hundredfold. You see? So how can you lose? You can't, because if you take away 2, you're gonna multiply that by 100. If you take away 3, you're gonna multiply that by 100. So it ain't no losing. The game is rigged for the elect to win. You know? You got it, bro.
I got something, bro. Hey, this Romans 8, I'm gonna start 17. If children, then heirs of the power, and joint heirs of the Messiah. If so, then we suffer with him, but we may also glorify together. Verse 18. For I reckon the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which it shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, so the suffering that we're going through and that we're gonna have to finish on is perfecting us, and then the glory that is working in us, man, can't be compared. So you gotta understand, we ain't even started yet. We mortals. Okay? When we're changed to immortals, we got forever to do everything. You know? We got forever to do everything, man. We ain't started yet. This is just a current situation we in to complete the mission. Okay? When the soldier is on a mission and he's sent somewhere to a foreign country, okay, he can't get attached to that lifestyle and shit over there, man. He over there to complete the mission. He might got him a little, situation while he over there, got a little job, but that shit just to sustain him to complete the mission, man. Okay? So we have to always have that mindset that we got everything we need to complete the mission. That's why we ain't here chasing nothing. We chasing the kingdom, man. Because everything here comes with complications. And see, I'm past the point of trying to figure a motherfucker out. I done retired from this shit. That's why if you ain't been around, shit, it's over with. If you ain't been around to this point, shit, it's over with. Because we tapped in, we locked in now. And I don't trust you. I don't know what the fuck you gonna do. You see? If you don't, if you ain't been tested, you ain't been proven, you ain't been around, then because we in the time now, we getting the crunch time. We ain't trying to figure motherfucker out. Now we know. Okay, what's what? We begin to see more clearly what's what. And the Lord is constantly making the separation. Go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra, chapter 7, verse 6. There is also another thing. A city is built and set upon a broad field, and it's full of good things.
Yep, and that's the kingdom. Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
Yep.
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water.
Yep. So we're coming into the kingdom, but between us, the journey, the path between the kingdom is dangerous. On the left and on the right. You know? So this is why we have to be very careful these times, man. You know, because guess what? As we get closer to the kingdom, things are going to intensify. See, mistakes that you made 6 months ago, you make that same mistake, you out of there. That's why this is the time that we sparring right now. This grace is like a sparring. Say next level. No days off. No days off. This the thing is 414. No days off, man. That's a thing, man. It's got to be our life. Go, man. Fact, the Spirit is about Colossians. That get in the yeah, go ahead.
And one only path between them, both even between the fire and water, so small that there could be one man go there at once.
And one man go there at once. But guess what? Every man got to do what they got to do. You know, we come together and we are able to help, but it's always a cutoff point to their help. That's why even in Howard Shop, they kept falling asleep. Because they reached the point they couldn't help him anymore. They couldn't beat him. He had to go through that. He had to bear his cross. You know, even he asked for another way. Heavenly Father didn't even answer. Because it was already discussed. You see? So each brother, we got our own separate path that we got to take, man. Okay? It's all leading to the same kingdom. Okay? But each brother knows unique circumstances that they got to overcome. You know? Each brother got to do what they got to do. All right? Hey, to meet back up with everybody else. But guess what? So we go to camp, we leave camp, leave fellowship or whatever, everybody go to their separate ways. And each brother got their own obstacles when they separate from Friday to Friday, to Saturday to Saturday, whatever camp is. Guess what? Each brother got their own obstacles that they got to fight. They got to bear. You know? So just like they said, hey, to get to the next level, hey, no days off. It's a daily grind. It's a daily grind.
You say work out your own salvation.
Yeah, it's a daily grind. Every day. No days off. How shy you take no days off? You see, and then it's to the point now, what else could we be doing? You know? What the hell else is it to do? We chase the kingdom, man. Because this shit here over. You got it, bro.
If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Yeah, because they want to appreciate it. Yeah. You see, you appreciate what you work for. When something is given to you, there's no appreciation. So the Most High put us in a position to where we got to fight for this thing. You know? You got, hey, so it's going to be some nights of, you ain't going to get perfect sleep every night. Okay? I'm saying you ain't going to get the quality time with the boo every night. You see? That shit going to be sparingly, man. Okay? This is, you're going to be uncomfortable in this thing, man. Read the Apostle Paul, the things that the Apostle Paul had to go through, man. He was uncomfortable. You know? Niggas vow, to kill him. They say they ain't gonna eat till you kill Apostle Paul. Nigga, eat him.
Nigga right there.
They say we ain't gonna eat.
Had to be somebody that knew him too.
Those are the circumstances, nigga. Yeah. So you gotta understand, man, like, you read what our forefathers was going through, man, like, they didn't have the comforts we had.
And look at what Paul went through. All the shit he went through, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Shipwreck, he had to actually get on the boat.
Yeah.
See? He had a luxury on the interstate.
He was sick.
Yeah, he had to get on the boat, man. Anything could have happened. He was shipwrecked.
Yeah.
I think they had to go on like a 14-day famine. Fasting 14 days. You know? All to what? Preach this gospel. You know? So now the Lord, hey, if he gives us this talent, he requires a lot from us. Can I get that Colossians? What time is it? 55.
This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 1 NLT. Since you have been raised to a new life in Hamashiach, set your sights on the realities of heaven.
Yeah, on the realities, go ahead.
Where Hamashiach sits in the place of the Most High's right hand.
Go ahead.
It's like where Hamashiach sits in the place of honor at the Most High's right hand.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. Think about the things of heaven, not the things of earth.
Yeah, the things of earth, this is earthly. And see, guess what? Only the first fruit can see the complete vision. You see? We know what got to be done. They don't know. Even those that, you know, that believe, you see, there's a certain level of commitment that the Lord requires of those that are the first fruit that they don't understand. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For you died to this life, and your real life has been hidden with the Mashiach in the Most High.
Yeah, we dead. We dead to this shit, man. You know, we done checked out. And we're the elect. We done checked out of this shit. Shit that means everything to them don't mean shit to us, man. You know? It don't mean shit to us no more, man.
Especially this bullshit Christmas shit.
Yeah, none of this
fucked up by this.
Yeah, none of this shit, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And with Hamashiach, who is your life.
With Hamashiach, who is your life. Okay? Who is our life. Okay, you see? You see, people ain't gonna understand that type of commitment. You're doing too much. You see, when you tap in, what people say, you're doing too much. You know? You're doing too much. They offended. You see? Because it's a certain level of commitment that's required, man, that's going to be offensive to people around us.
Say, how the love of this world is enmity. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And when Hamashiach, who is your life, is revealed to the whole world, you will share all his glory.
Yeah, so if you want to share in that glory, well, you got to share in the grind. You got to share in the suffering. You got to share in that sacrifice. So the Lord gonna see what everybody is willing to give up. Everybody's gonna be tested, man. You see? And that's why we have this grace period to meditate on these things, man. Ain't nothing, the main thing going back to it, ain't nothing off the table that the Most High won't require. That's what we gotta be locked into. There's nothing that's off the table and the Most High won't say, I need that. You know? So, you know, with that, you know, we pray that you brothers, all right, and you sisters edified once again, and give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to us young brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations, and hope for them. Shalom.
Shalom.